I gotta talk about these James Gunn Superman rumors. These are just rumors. These are just rumors, so take them with a mountain-sized grain of salt. I don't verify these things or what. I don't know what's just a smear campaign. I don't know if it's just people looking for clicks. But what I will say about them is because there are enough people talking about it now that it seems like it might be legit. Because the first screenings have happened, and it seems like a lot of these things are being confirmed. If these rumors are true, I am incredibly disappointed. Incredibly. Because I thought that James Gunn was a good pick to kind of lead off this new DC on film. Look, full disclosure, guys, I'm a humongous DC Comics fan. Always have been. Been a Justice League guy my whole life. I love Marvel as much, but it's one of those things where, like, I hate that DC characters have kind of become a punchline in the age of the MCU because they put the wrong people in charge. Warner Brothers always puts the wrong people in charge of DC properties. Outside of like Christopher Nolan and maybe Tim Burton, I feel like they always end up picking the wrong people to do these things. And it doesn't seem to be any different here, which is very disappointing, guys, because I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy is amazing. I love that series so much. I love Slither. I think James Gunn's a very good filmmaker. So I was very, very happy to see that he was going to be in charge of this. He's even showing love to Green Lanterns and things. That seems awesome. Now all these rumors have come out that this movie is just basically Superman getting canceled by social media hashtags and making him super sad. And then Lex Luthor is the one behind it with a bunch of bots. That's the storyline. And I just cannot believe that this movie really is based on someone starting a hashtag super shit. That's seriously it. I would be absolutely floored if this is true. But if it is, it's just, I feel like this is going to kill DC on film for a generation. It's on the brink right now because, look, I know a lot of you out there love the Snyderverse stuff. Let's be honest, with casual, general audiences, it didn't work. They didn't like it. As a DC fan, I didn't like a lot of it. I thought Man of Steel would get to a bad rap. I liked Man of Steel. I thought Henry Cavill was great. I thought that there was things. Was it a perfect movie? Of course not. They're superhero movies. Hardly any of them are. But it did a lot of the Superman things right that I did love. Batman v Superman, it was like all downhill from there. There was hits, there was misses, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, there was hits and misses along the way. But I feel like this film universe is on life support. You needed to come out with a banger. You're going to get rid of Henry Cavill, who is a great Superman. So you're going to start your new chronology, I guess. They seem like they're so non-committal on that. Is it a new timeline? Is it not? So you're going to get a new Superman, and you say, okay, this is basically like a soft reboot. This movie needed to be an absolute smash hit to get the audiences back on your side. If this is what it is, it will not be. And that's very, very frustrating because I'll never get to see my Sinestro Corps War on the big screen. Because for me to ever get to Blackest Night, Green Lantern, I'm going to have insane hits for DC on film for that to ever happen. And it's not going to happen. It's so frustrating as a fan of DC Comics that this is what keeps happening. Why do you keep hiring the wrong people? I thought James Gunn was the right person because he's one of us. He's a nerd. He loves this stuff. He's all in on comics. I don't understand why this need to make it our own thing. Go make your own fucking thing. Quit hijacking these properties to do stuff like this. It's so crazy. The Superman has such an incredible rogues gallery and great storylines. This is what you came up with on a soft reboot for Superman. I pray that this is wrong. Because for real, the backlash is going to be immense. We needed a movie that was a crowd pleaser. We're not going to get anywhere with the DC on film with another, well, it's going to be divisive. That's just an awful, awful plan. So again, I am praying that these rumors are wrong. Because super shit, that's really what you came up with? I feel like my 13 and 10-year-old could have wrote better storyline than that for Superman. It's so disappointing. It's so disappointing, and it just feels like I'm never going to get the DC universe that I want. I finally got the Marvel one that I'd always hoped for as a kid. And even though it's kind of stayed past its welcome, that's a different story. But for this, it's like I never got those highs with DC on film that I did with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it's just sad. It's just sad to me. Why can't you get people who love these properties and want to tell these stories in the way that these heroes that have been around for 100 years... Why can't we do this? I just don't understand. It shouldn't be this hard. Why must you needlessly complicate everything? Okay, I'm done.